Welcome back, everybody, to Comic Shop Talk on the Late Night Collectors Community. I'm your host, Nico, and joined with me today, as always, but not as always, in the sense that he is in person today, guys, in the studio. We got Chris over here. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Nico?
Good. And I guess we're celebrating the birthday show right here for me now, right? I mean, it's my birthday week.
Nico 316.
That's right. So cheers, everybody. I'm celebrating my birthday this week. You know, Chris was kind enough to come down. We were hanging out, having a few beers together, and yeah, we're gonna get into talking about some comics as always here. Always a good time, and you know, every month or two, you know, as you guys may have seen other earlier episodes, Chris tends to come down and record in studio here with me. So these are always a fun episodes here together in person.
It's always fun to be around in the studio here. I'm trying not to knock anything off the shelves.
That's right. Not this time. Let's say I've had to re-glue some pieces to get back together to some of these toys.
My bad.
It's okay. As you can tell, like my words are a little bit I may not be as crisp in some of my dialect this time around. Definitely been having a few more than usual when we record these, but it's all good. Like I said, it's my birthday. So thank you, everybody, for tuning into this show. If this is your first time checking out this show, this is a comic book review show here. I promise we're not that drunk all the time when we record these.
Yeah, let's just keep this going on here.
And hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button, guys. Hit the notification bell to be notified of when these shows do come out here weekly for you guys. Normally they drop, we try to drop them on Friday every week. This one will be going out on Saturday. And if you follow us on Instagram on Late Night Collectors Community, you can stay up to date of when these do go live. Or like I said, hit that notification bell. It'll give you a little notification every time one of these go live for you guys. And check out some of our other videos here on the channel. All kinds of great stuff there on Late Night Collectors Community, cracking packs of the chat, and all kinds of other great shows. So definitely check those out as well. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button, guys. And today we're going to be talking about the new comics that came out for the week of March 15th, 2023. And make sure, spoiler warning, guys, be forewarned that we are going to be talking about what happens in the books here today. And we're also going to be showing off some preview art from these books. So if you're afraid about being spoiled, you can always read your stuff and come back, check us back out after the fact. Or, just carry on, sometimes we try to stay away from big spoilers, but we got to talk about what happened in the books to properly review them for you guys. Right.
For sure.
And stay tuned. We after we're talking about the books here today, we actually might have a little fun game here for you guys here at the end of this episode as well. Comic book related, of course. It might be fun. And so stay tuned. But first up here, actually, I guess without further ado, Chris, as always, what do you got?
Well, I got to put a shout out here to our friends in the Philippines. Better say hello. And if you're from another country and you want to just drop a chat in a comment, and I will give you a shout out there too.
Yeah, there we
go.
But
otherwise, cheers and let's talk comics.
Let's talk some comics. Yeah, that's right. There we go.
All right.
All right, first up on the docket here today, we got Avengers Forever 15. Yeah.
Oof. There we go.
Yeah. So, Chris, what did you think of this one?
Well, I got two words for this whole for this issue: is Avengers Assemble. I imagine you had a chance to read this yourself, Nico.
I also read it. Yeah, I read it online, but
wow, yeah. Every fucking page here was like a splash page. If you've been reading this series here, I swear, every page or every couple pages, all you do is see is our Avengers kicking ass in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was great. Like you just see each team or however they're spread out. Boom, all they're doing is freaking kicking ass. But still, at the end, there's still another enemy to beat, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some big stuff there, like when there's that Celestial drops the gun again. You got Galactus freaking dropping
eating the Doom planet.
The Doom planet. That's where it starts out with.
There's the Celestial with the gun, the Deathblock Celestial. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty awesome, that moment. Big grandiose moments, like big fucking deal things.
And each page with every part of this Avengers team. I thought it was great. Just dropping everything.
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of great scenes here. I mean, it's nice to see all this stuff finally come to fruition. A lot of stuff that's been building during this event. I know at least I've criticized it for maybe not moving forward so much every issue because they've been assembling for several issues. It feels like during this big event here, but like, listen, he's bringing a lot together here, a whole hell of a lot of characters from different universes and everything else that he's been built up between these two series, Avengers Forever. Jason Aaron's been doing both of them. And there's some great moments, there's some great stuff and some great art. And like you said, it's a big epic moment and things happening. And I've been having fun with this series. So I agree. I thought it was a fun issue. And it gave me exactly what I wanted from this event in that sense. Like this is what you sign up for. Big moments, big things happening, big characters showing up. And yeah, it's playing an event out in the way that I would like to see most events played out. Like this is what you've come to expect. But I think sometimes when it comes to events, people think they need to carry a lot of weight because things have to change and things have to count and things have to matter and all that kind of shit. Like which also is, listen,
it would be great, but this is a payoff here at the end. And maybe in the next issue, that's where the swerves will come in. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But this is a payoff issue.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. So it was fun. It was fun. I had a good time with this one. What'd you give this out of?
I'll give it a 4.
Same. Solid 4 for me too.
Yeah.
It's yeah. And again, I just jumped on again for the end of this run. I have been off it for some time. But I got to say, between these two series, and even more so, I would say, and to your point about how last year it actually showed up a lot in your favorites of the week, Avengers Forever actually has been, I think, even the better of the two series, quite frankly, between Avengers and Avengers Forever, because like it seems like the focus on Avengers Forever is where big shit happens with these other multiverse.
They seem to say the good stuff. For
yeah. Which again, at the end of this issue, they said the next one is the Avengers Forever Omega or something.
Yeah, Avengers Assemble
Omega. Yeah. So like it's coming to a close, folks. So if you guys have been waiting for this, to check it out, now's the time. Get caught up. It's we're gonna relaunch in another month or so. But this has been fun. Honestly.
Yeah, I think it's great there. You're seeing a lot of freaking crazy Avengers business going on here.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for both of us. All right, next up we got Immortal X-Men number 2. And I got my issue right here.
Motherfucker. I got my issue there too.
Immortal X-Men number 2. What'd you think of this?
I think it's fucking hitting it on the head again here.
Yes.
And just the story there with Mr. Sinister, like when this whole the Sins of Sinister came out, I thought Mr. Sinister would be the sort of the hero of this. Well, I guess he is the hero, but because everybody else is the villain.
It's because it got away from him, right? Yeah. He put this in motion, and then very quickly he realized this was a mistake. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, and then now that the other Sinisters that were a product of his own creation have now taken over, they're basically pushing him around, and he's like, he's become the underdog,
right, of sorts, and he's sort of, I guess, in the background created the chimera of what's it, Magic, Colossus, the 4.
This is here right here in the arch. He's awesome. This character, awesome character. Yeah.
I think he did that, and I think he sets her free in this one. Make sure he doesn't have any sort of I don't know, any sort of allegiance to anything,
right? And they have like a little Star Trek moment at the end. They're like shooting off into space on like the Starship Enterprise. Him at she's on the deck. He's there advising her, and they're on their way at the end of this issue. And then we're going to jump for this 100 years now in this issue, and it's going to be 1,000 or
at the end of the issue they say, oh, it's only going to take about 5 years at the most.
Right, but what happens along the way is the question.
Well, but we do know at the end of this, the next issue is going to be 1,000 years.
Right.
So it'd be kind of it might be fun to see what's going to happen between 100 to 1,000 years.
Right.
But the Sins of Sinister has been a great surprise as to what you thought might have happened and to what has actually happened.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think like it keeps you guessing because they keep jumping forward with these time periods in the comics. So every time we come back into it, I feel like we got to readjust what our line of thinking was from the issue prior, because
Yeah.
we're like, okay, we got to understand now they're this many years in the future. Of course, there's going to be, and there's going to be a lot being told without being explained in this issue. Like there's going to be a lot of events or positionings of characters and characters that aren't even part of it anymore.
Yeah.
As a result of the time jumps, right? So you really got to take, you got to keep that in mind. Yeah, here they are at the end on the ship as they're zooming through the space there. But the art was great. The characterizations I think have been great throughout this. Emma really nowhere to be found in this issue. I don't really know what happened there. Obviously, I mean, was it picked up on in one of the other series? I can't recall, because she was a main part of the first issue of this.
She was, but I guess everybody's trying to push the story forward 100 years.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I know out of all of the 3 series, I still enjoying the Immoral X-Men.
Same. So what'd you give this one out of?
I'll give it a 3.75. It was nothing crazy, but it was still good.
Yeah, it's same with me. 3.75 for this one. Yeah, we're in line for sure on the ratings tonight so far. All right. All right, next up we got Wolverine 31. Show off this glorious cover that you got here from Alex Ross. Let's take a look at that, guys. Yeah, nice one.
And these covers here, they don't look good close up and they don't look good far away. You got to look at them from the right distance. You got to have these on the wall, and there they are. But they are great covers.
White Queen, yeah, there you go. Wolverine 31. That's the.
Unfortunately, White Queen has nothing to do with the issue, but
no.
Hey, I'll still buy that White Queen cover every day.
These Alex Ross covers are very sought after, though. These line of covers, though.
From what I hear,
yeah. So, what'd you think of this?
But there's a great story going on in here with Beast has been killed by Wolverine. But I think Beast had some sort of automatic protocol to be reanimated or stuck in. I don't know what they do there in the eggs. He got stuck back in there, so he's alive again, and now he's on his own. His plan is to save Krakoa, or as best as he sees fit,
right?
Which doesn't seem to really align with everybody else's ideas, let's say.
Is this in the art right now? Is this Krakoa up and walking around like a part of the island? What is this construct here in the art?
That is Beast taking care of the Point. I don't know if you've been reading X Factor. Supposedly the Point is something that that they've been, I don't know, that's where they're based out of. And he takes it away, and it turns into this kind of giant kaiju.
Sentient fucking being, of course. Yeah, okay. That's because like when I put the art together, I was like, oh, this is very cool. This moment, what's happening?
I thought it was crazy.
Yeah,
the art in this story is crazy. Like, I have been in and out of Wolverine as it is, but I think this story is great. This might be pulling me into Wolverine.
Yeah,
I might be buying the next few issues on pre-order.
It looks great.
Hopefully by the time I put the pre-order in, it's not fucking over.
Yeah, this is, I think the artist on this is Juan Jose Rip, who I've seen his work before, and he is a good artist. But I think like in putting the art together for this issue, I got to say, I've seen this guy's work in the past. He's leveled up on this series. This is a level up as far as I'm concerned. This looks great. And like, he's the right type of artist to draw grotesque shit like this. Like, what the fuck is going on here? The Beast.
Well, I think in previous issues, Wolverine killed the Beast.
Right.
And the Beast kind of put some sort of like a booby trap in himself. If I die, and once again, it turns into this mushroom sort of business, which seems to be hot nowadays.
Yes.
And that's
mushroom
that's what happened there. Yeah.
Mushroom orgies.
You got the mushroom orgies, you got the Last of Us, you got the whatever's going on. Everything's about mushrooms nowadays. But this, and then here it is again. And this I don't know, it turns into like some, I don't know, a mushroom beast or something that just attacks him. But either way, the other parts going on the story is that you have Beast there. He's
clones.
He's bringing up clones of himself.
Yeah.
And then the big splash at the end is that he seems to be controlling a bunch of Wolverine clones. And we'll see where that goes. It seems to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, like you're not the only one that's told me that this series has been good. I'm just disappointed because I had to wait till like 20 issues in when I've jumped off the title to like people to
Yeah,
say
it
like,
was
oh, it's really really good
when I
now.
first jumped into this issue or into this series, it was bad.
Right.
But I think whatever the writing, and it seemed to be the same writers and the same artists at the same time. But they're picking up the pace.
Those
now.
are all the Wolverine clones there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they're up to, who knows?
Awesome. So what'd you give that one?
I'll give this a 4.25. I thought it was great
Wow,
stuff.
nice. I mean,
Like
yeah, it looked great, man. So, all right, next up we got Captain Marvel 47, which I believe is one of the Brood crossover issues. And I gotta say, like, let me bring up the cover here. This says that it's the Revenge of the Brood part 6 or 5 or 6 or something. How is this far into it? And I feel like we've read we haven't read enough of this. I mean, I'm not reading Captain Marvel, but like the fact that this event is going on between multiple titles possibly, and it feels like we're like, how are we this far into it without even getting proper recognition at this point in time, right?
Yeah,
like,
because it's a scam.
Yeah, like who cares? It seems like you can read every individual title, not even following the story, and be fine. Because like X-Men we just read like last week or whatever it was, I don't even feel that was part of the story.
It's not part of this story. Like there's another Brood story going on in the other part of the universe. But the X-Men Brood and this Brood are different things.
That's what I thought, because I'm like, how does this say Revenge of the Brood part where I think it was like 5 or 6 on the title? Like, really?
Yeah, this is something you're fucking putting together for a trade paperback or something.
Right.
It's not, like, look at this freaking one page there. I don't know if you can see the faces of Cyclops and Captain Marvel there on the second panel at the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're up to there, but I don't know. If you freaking open that up, it's like, like, come on. That's not even great.
Yeah.
But anyways, in this issue here, I guess they find Binary. She's stuck up by the Brood, and they free her, but from what the Brood says is, you can't take away without giving something. So Captain Marvel sacrifices herself to get on these Brood suckers or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not feeling the Brood.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this. It's not.
I could tell just by the tone in your voice. Like, I
don't know. And they have this crossing over with X-Men.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like it. Like,
well, even still, like, you're wasting the X-Men with this story. I'm sure they can have greater stories for both these characters. I don't know why they're throwing the Brood in there. Yeah.
Chris, not a fan of the Brood. There you have it.
Yeah, not a fan of the Brood. There's some good stuff in there. I guess Rogue has been freed, and anyways, 3.5, 3.25. Pass.
There you have it. All right, next up we got Kea number 6. That's my issue right here. And this is interesting, this issue, because like this is the issue that they released in between arcs. The first arc just ended for this series. Yeah, I got the different cover here. That's and this issue, although this cover even illustrates it even better, the one I have on screen right now, is that this issue is focused on the girl Kea's arm. Like she's got like some sort of like bionic arm, like some sort of like golden arm of some sort. And it's never really been explained like why she has this arm, or, because she's busted it out. She's like projected like some sort of powerful type shit from this arm during the first arc. And they didn't really ever get into the origin of this arm or why she has it. But this issue number 6, the 5th issue, basically ended that first arc. The paperback that's going to be coming out in a couple weeks is actually going to only be collecting those first 5 issues. And Wes Craig, the artist and writer of this story, said in this book, in the back matter, and like the letter column, he mentioned the fact that this issue will not be collected in the trade paperbacks. He wants to reward the people that are collecting this series in issues. So I'm glad I'm one of those people, because like this was a fantastic issue. This was a really good one. This origin of how she got her arm is told in this one and done story in this, which says to be continued, but I think it's going to be continued at the end of the next 5 issues. So issue 12 or whatever will be dedicated to this. And the fact that he's a creator saying he's sticking to his guns and not including this in the trade paperback collection really gives people a reason to kind of go out and buy these issues. So like, I know like a lot of series just live and die off of people buying them periodically month to month. And then when they put out the collection, they can make good money off the collection, but it doesn't necessarily sustain a series as the creator is working on it. So that is why creators say it's important for you to buy these issues individually, right? Over the collections. But in this issue, you find out Chaos, she gets bit by a poisonous snake when she was younger in her life, and her arm basically gets infected, and then they got to basically, she either going to die or lose the arm, or she's going to lose the arm either way, but she could die from this poisoning. And in this issue, her father went out and journeyed somewhere to basically find, it went to some deserted wasteland type area and went there and was able to obtain this, like he was like blessed upon by some sort of golden gods of some sort, and he basically they gave him this arm that he could use to, I guess, save his daughter. And he did. He basically came back, and he barely survived the adventure there that he had to obtain this. And he brought back this golden arm to basically affix to her body after she was almost going to die and from this snake poisoning. So therefore, she moved forward with this golden arm from here on out. And it was just a really great, really well done one and done storyline of an issue. And it really added to, I think, the character Kaya that we've been following through the first few issues of this series. And yeah, and then the back matter he mentioned, like I said, it's not going to be collected. And not only that, in the back matter of this issue, he then went and did like a thing called starting your own creator own book, where he actually took like fielded questions that people have been asking him at cons constantly about how you can do your own creator own comics. And there's like 4 pages dedicated at the end of this book about telling you how you can do it. So he's dropping knowledge in this. Like, this is his own comic, is a creator-owned comic. Not only does it give you a great comic, it gives you even a backup story by another artist in this same issue that's not going to be collected anywhere else, any of this stuff. Then he basically lets you know, it gives you all this great shit, because he says, like, when I was up and coming, wanted to become a comic book writer and artist, there was no information like this out there and available to me. So I'm going to drop some knowledge for you guys right here and now. I'm going to answer all your questions. I'm going to tell you how I do it. I just thought, like, for a $4 price tag, this was a bargain and a value, and it was a very well done comic. So I got to give it a 4 out of 5. This one, it was a great issue. And I think, like, if you guys haven't been following this in issues, definitely go check it out. If you pick up the first trade, you'll enjoy it, but you won't get this issue in it. So I can't stress enough. Issue number 6 of K, very worth checking out. All right. So then next up, we got TMNT, The Last Ronin, The Lost Years number 2. My Kevin Eastman cover here, one of the creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the sequel, The Last Ronin. This was better than the first issue. I thought the first issue was lacking, but I really liked this one. I thought this was a lot better. It took a while to get back. It was very slow at the beginning. It took a bit to get back into the storyline, I would say, for the Turtles. But you see Casey Jones' daughter here, now that all the Turtles are dead in the present day time of the storyline. She's now raising other small little Ninja Turtles. Like, she's like basically like, she's raising small baby turtles. And at the start of it, they kind of ease you into that storyline about how it is in the current day. But then we cut back to like a flashback of how Michelangelo was the last remaining turtle, and he had all these dead brothers of his, the other Ninja Turtles, in his head. And they're basically trying to, like, push him in the right direction of what to do. And he found Splinter's book, basically in Splinter's book that he left before he died in the Last Ronin timeline. It explains that he went and did all these other things. He trained with all these people during his time. So Michelangelo thinks it's worthwhile for him to go and, like, find this master, this karate master, basically, that taught Splinter. So he goes and finds this dude, and then you see like a whole like montage of him training with this guy. Like, if you watch any like kung fu type movies or shit like that, you would probably appreciate this. And you see him kind of training through like several months with this guy while he's staying with them up in the mountains somewhere. And by the end of this issue, he ends up going to seek out one of the people that like fucked over his family, the rest of his turtle brothers there. And he goes to like some bar where one of these thugs is that actually, messed up one of his family members. I can't remember which one he ended up killing, but anyways, he went and, he threw down with them. He had got into like a little bar scrap of sorts with them. And and you know, had a little life learning lesson here for himself, and it was a good issue, and I really enjoyed it, and I give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's better than the first issue, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So there you go. And lastly, we got Miles Morales, Spider-Man #4. Now I guess if you dropped off of this now, Chris, you're the one who told me maybe check this one out. I mean,
I did tell you to check it out, but I did not read this issue.
I gotta say the last issue wasn't that great though compared to the first couple, and this issue continued that trend. Unfortunately, the art is so good. This art is so good on this series. I can't stress it enough, guys. I mean, I read this online, but this artist on this series is really good. And I just feel like it's not getting the, you know, he's not getting the story that he deserves. This art. This is again in this one we see him fight this lame villain that they set up in the last issue, which wasn't very interesting. And I gotta say, like between the dialogue and the actual, like, you know, way the story's going, I might drop off of this now, which is a shame because I was surprised to enjoy this as much as I did when I first jumped on it. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like by the end of this issue that this villain is going anywhere anytime soon. He's probably going to be for the rest of the arc, maybe another issue or two. I'm just not interested in this story. I think it's a lame villain. I think it's as good as the dialogue was in the previous couple of issues. It is not showing in this one. The art is outstanding, though. I will say that. The art is very good. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 based on the art. If I was just going to base it on the story, though, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5 because it's just not, I don't know. It's weird because the first couple of issues I thought like I just came in with low expectations. I was like, yeah, and then I really enjoyed it. And this is like, you know, it's not hitting the mark for me anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. So anyways, you didn't make a wrong decision by not reading this one, Chris. I think you're good on that. Hulk #13. Oof. Homage cover. That cover's sick too. The Titan cover. That is a nice cover, though. I gotta say, there you go, guys. Those are our covers for this one. Hulk #13. Donny Cates, of course, not on the cover once again. He had nothing to do with the writing of this one. What did you think of this?
I think he might have had his hand in there somehow because I don't think it was too bad.
And it's like, good. Fucking, it's not bad. Yeah.
The fucking Titan is kicking ass of this. I don't know, whatever Hulk planet they're on and these Hulk people they're on. I thought the art was great for this one. And I thought it was a nice freaking, you know, maybe, I don't want to say it was a nice violent comic, but all the violence might have been off screen. But you see freaking all these characters, those, I don't even know what you call those Hulk people on this planet. They all get fucking wiped out. And I thought it was great. Maybe because I don't like any of them. And then you get the story of Doctor Strange trying to figure out how this spaceship Hulk kind of worked out, and there's a bit of a reveal about that at the end, and I think there's only a couple more issues before this goes.
I think only one more issue,
maybe one more issue, and
then annual.
Yeah, I don't know,
but it has nothing to do with this story.
Yeah,
though. Yeah.
I think it might be one more issue.
Yeah,
and I think it's a bit interesting.
I agree with you. I thought this was enjoyable, and if Donny Cates had no part in this, or other than maybe plotting this out previously, I think Ryan Ottley, the artist and writer of this issue, did a great job. I thought the art was great. I'm a big fan of his art. And I love Doctor Strange. So the fact that he showed up and had such a great moment in this current storyline that I thought was awesome. I thought it was a good swerve here at the end. You felt like there was like other demon involved of some sort here that kind of put this into play, or that basically put this into motion and like, you know, got it to the point that it is now, right? Like not even by Doctor Strange's doing, but he didn't know up to this point.
Recognize this magic.
Right. I liked it, man. I thought it was very enjoyable. The art was good. Yeah, I mean, if this series is going to go out this way, this has been all right. I think that it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be without Donny Cates 100% on board helming it. So
yeah, like you know, if this sort of went on this way for a few more issues, I wouldn't be upset.
No,
I don't think it would.
No, but it was.
But I thought it was a good issue as it was.
Yeah. So what did you give this out of 5?
I'll give this a 4.
I'm gonna give it 3.75. I want to give it a 4, but I did think it was better than I thought it was gonna be going into it. Just, you know, I guess that's unfair for us because we're like, oh, Cates is not involved as much. All right, fuck this book. But like, you know, it was good. It was good. I'm looking forward to the last issue of this.
Well, the only reason I think it was good is because it's, you know, it's like the penultimate issue.
Right.
And there's another one there, it wasn't a filler issue, it's just good story.
Yeah.
And
It was
maybe
fun.
this series could have been in 10 issues if they got rid of the fluff.
Fair. Yep. All right, next up, Nemesis Reloaded number 3.
Oof.
You got this one?
Yeah, find this issue here. There we go.
See the cover of that.
Yeah, I got that same A cover.
Yep. Nice. What'd you think of this?
I know what this Mark Millar guy's up to, man, but he makes a bad guy very bad.
This was dark in this
Yeah.
issue. Yeah. I don't think there's a lot of character or story development in this series, but the moment that he has with that woman in this issue, if they were talking about the same thing, was fucking dark.
Right, just the whole thing, man.
Yeah.
Like he has those cops there, you think, oh, he might, like he's not an anti-hero or anything. He is a bad guy. And, and the reason he's bad isn't really all that altruistic, like what he had some fucking shitty ass parents that killed they killed some hitchhikers or something, and they got arrested for it, and he's upset about that.
Right.
And
then he gets the cops back that fucking sentenced them to that in this issue, right?
Yeah, but those cops weren't doing anything wrong. They just did their job.
No.
And he's freaking killing people in here, and these people are dying.
This is the part I'm talking about, though, that I felt like was very diabolical. There's a moment in this where like there's a woman that like
I don't know who is the good person or the bad person, but
so there's a woman that like he basically brings into his employ as a result of, I guess they framed her. She was a prostitute, and there's a scene where he wants somebody from his crew to suicide bomb these cops in this situation that's going down right now. It's him versus the police in this.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I got a suicide bomber en route, essentially, right now. And then they kind of get into the story of what the story is behind the suicide bomber. And the suicide bomber is this fucking prostitute that they basically framed into doing dirty deeds for him, because like they basically said they hired this woman to have sex with this man that turned out to be an underage person. Right. And then they basically said, well, listen, if you don't want your family to know, because she has a family outside of her fucking hooking, that you're doing this on the side, then you're going to have to do us a little deed then. And he's like, and then she played the game. And then they all of a sudden they had this woman going out on assassination fucking like missions, which is like, I'm like, what? And then they get into the weeds with this, and they're like, yeah. So then we just strung her along this whole time up until this moment where we literally do not need anything from her anymore. I'm going to make her suicide bomb these people. Like he just basically strung her along this whole fucking like how fucked up
for no reason.
Yeah,
like she was a bad person.
Yeah.
It's like, we just got you on this,
right?
And we're gonna work you.
But like to tell this fucking side story about this situation outside of that's what I mean. Like the main plot of this story is like it's gone on vacation. I feel, because it's just like we are gonna tell you like what the bad things I've done to folks in this now. Like, but at the same time, in the same issue, which is stuff I don't find as interesting, they're like, I'm gonna show you how he trained to become this Nemesis character, which is the worst part about the issue. I feel like
because they don't train. You don't see how he trains to be that bad.
Right.
Like they train him, okay, I stuck it on a wall for fucking
it's like
3
some Batman shit or something.
Big deal.
Yeah.
That doesn't fucking train you how to freaking take an innocent person.
Like, look at him in the end,
turn them so bad.
Tongue wagging, like going into battle, like as he just suicide bombed this prostitute, just suicide bombed the police for him. It's just it is diabolical. It is dark, man. Like it's just like, and that is the case in the first miniseries that I see in Nemesis. Yep. I don't even want to get into the details of what happened in that one, but it was also on the same level, I'd say. But like, well,
I'm glad he didn't freaking change it.
No. I mean, this was fun for that reason. I thought, like, I'm like, yeah, you're right. This is a bad guy being bad, like by all means in this one.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's all.
And I hope it stays that way, because that's what it is.
Yeah. So what'd you give this one out of 5? The art was great too. Fucking of course. Jimenez is great. Yeah. Our favorite artist of the year last year, guys.
He was pretty good.
Ports. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. I'll have to give this a 4 though. I would like to give it more, but it's just too crazy for me. I don't understand.
Yeah, I will also give it a 4. Yeah, I'll also give it a 4. Yeah, good issue. All right, Chris. Superman Lost #1. I don't have the art for these next couple guys.
Don't worry, you don't need the art for these ones.
What you think of this?
It's fucking crazy.
I know
Well,
I teased you by saying I might read this, and then I didn't end up reading it. So let me know. Should I have read this or what?
no, you didn't need to read this. Well, you know, Christopher Priest, I think he's the writer on this
Yes,
one.
he is. Yeah.
I think he does a lot of sort of dynamite stuff.
Lately, yes, he's been
lately,
doing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting.
He is like one of the most popular Black Panther writers of like this, but he's the reason like the films have been they've been pulling from a lot of his storylines. He's a Black writer, and he's the one who basically put Black Panther on the map in modern times. Let's say that. Yeah,
I think it was a decent story, but it does not need to be a Superman lost story. You know, we got Superman now. We got Action Comics. They could not have fit. Like, it's not like big things are going on in Superman or Action Comics. We don't need Superman lost. Like, at least everything is done in this story. You know, I think what happens there. I think there's some alien warp drive at the bottom of the ocean that the Chinese people are trying to get. And then Justice League gets up there, and of course that that warp drive is unstable. Superman has to absorb the energy, so he gets lost for 20 years
in space.
Well, lost in space because it's some warp drive. So
Okay,
he gets stuck out there somewhere, and then at the end of the issue, he's back. But he's been talking with Lois. Lois is, to her perspective, it's been like 5 minutes, and he comes back and he's like, it's been 20 years I've been gone. And then Batman shows up there trying to explain the situation. And so everybody's upset about everything, and Superman's trying to say, hey, this is my fault. This could have been thrown into Action Comics or, thrown into Superman.
Didn't deserve its own miniseries.
It didn't need its own miniseries. Yeah. That's the only thing I'm not buying this. I read it online.
Yeah.
And I prefer to read this in Superman or Action Comics than whatever is going on there now. That's the only downside I got to say about this.
Okay. So what'd you give it?
Otherwise, 3.75. It's a good story. You get to see the Justice League or whatever. They don't win outright. They have to sacrifice things to.
Will you continue with this though?
I'll read it and see what's going on, but
maybe I'll check it out online. Maybe I'll check it out because I think Christopher Priest is a good writer.
Well, it's 10 issues, so I imagine they got plans for something in there.
Yeah.
I imagine the next issue is what happened in those 20 years when he's floating in space. Unless, it's just freaking baloney what happened to him out there.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods, #1.
Not too bad here. There's a good Wonder Woman story in here. And once again, I don't know with this Lazarus Planet baloney stuff. I think they're just trying to get you by different issues.
Yeah.
For good story. Because this is definitely a Wonder Woman story. And I think that the whole gist of the story is that if Wonder Woman sides with the mortals, the Amazons are going to die.
Okay.
And if she sides with the gods there, Amazons will live. And they turn her into a god. So this should have been something that's running in Wonder Woman. I think they just put out another issue there with the Lazarus Planet.
Yeah,
it's a good issue though. I'll say that.
Okay, much. Well, it says a lot because there's been a lot of Lazarus Planet stuff you said that hasn't been good.
Yeah, well,
this
was a good story that belongs in Wonder Woman, which is going on. It did not to be a Lazarus Planet where we're part of gods or something.
Right.
And basically, at the end of the issue, is like, follow this in Wonder Woman.
Right.
Which I think I thought Wonder Woman had a good following.
Right.
I am picking up some Wonder Woman issues in pre-order, I guess, before the relaunch. Because this is a pretty decent story.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
And that the only thing that hits me is that this shouldn't be a Lazarus Planet baloney. It really had nothing to do with Lazarus Planet.
Right.
And for that, for the story, I give it a 3.75, but for the baloney hook, that's a 3. Come on.
Okay.
We don't need that stuff.
No, fair enough. All right. Next up, we got The Forge #1. Now, I remember I mentioned to you last week, you may want to check this out because the way that
I did, but I missed it.
No, it's okay. The way it is magazine sized issue, guys, is a little bit bigger than usual. And but it isn't like a firm one like the DC Black Label ones, like a nice card stock. This is actually just a floppy single issue type of thing. So I don't love that. I will
Well,
say
don't
that.
fucking flop it around, man. That thing, everybody else is gonna be flopping it around. You got to keep that freaking mint.
I like that flop because this is an oversized issue.
Yeah,
But listen, this is written by Greg Rucka and Eric Trotman. Greg Rucka, great writer. Mike Henderson on art, an artist I really enjoy. So I was looking forward to this, and the way that they promoted this was like, oh, it's like a heavy metal magazine. There's like robots and like even look at this. Look at the cover here. It says a team of ultra lethal Imperial vixens, a cabal of sensuous space witches, a bug stomp on a distant hell world. So like there seems to be exciting things that are going to happen, right?
Oof, I don't know.
What a fucking bore this issue was, man. This first issue, an oversized issue of boring space fucking politics of some sort. Listen, I know Greg Rucka. I've read some of his other things. He gets into the weeds of like their positions of people in a situation like this, but there's so much space jargon type shit going on in this issue and stuff that has no explanation as to like what's going on. Essentially, this was a bore to me. The art by Mike Henderson is fantastic. I really love the art on this issue, and I like the oversized nature of it because it gave me a better look at his art. But like this issue, like I can't even tell you, like I felt like we didn't progress. This was setting the stage quite a bit for this storyline, and where we go from here, maybe it'll be much better. But the way that this thing was promoted and the things that they were saying this issue was going to be like did not meet my anticipation for this one, unfortunately. Like there's like this scene where this guy comes up and I don't know, he's like of some sort of royal kind of stature of some sort, and he meets this woman that's there that she taps into his mind sexually and he fucking like orgasms out. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this book. Believe me. I also read this before I went to sleep one night. So maybe it was a bad time to check this book out, but it was just like, they're all talking about their positions on this space station and like talking about like what's next. And like, I just felt like we came in the middle of a fucking story that's boring as hell. And I'm just like, this is not what I thought this was going to be whatsoever. So yeah, I was really disappointed by this. I had high hopes for this one. I already got like the next 2 issues pre-ordered though. So I'm going to be reading this, like no matter what happens, I hope it gets better. There's good people on this book. Love the art, like I said, but yeah, just did not meet my expectations for this one. And this page, for instance, that you're seeing right now, double page spread of them coming upon this planet and stuff like that. There's multiple pages like this. I just put up this one in this issue. So like it's all inner dialogue and talk between all of the people that are on this ship, and just like not a lot of story progression, I felt like, at all in this one. Like, so anyways, the way it ended was like they're all in like these mech robot type suits. So I was like, okay, maybe some interesting shit's gonna happen here. We'll see. Like I said, I'm already reading the next couple issues. So guys, The Forge, number 1, I gotta give it, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give it a 3.25 though, just because I felt it was fucking boring. I love the art on it though. Shout out to Mike Henderson. Great. I know, like, this is great work of his. I have a commission on my fucking wall over here of that Wolverine who was the samurai one that there. You see that, Chris? Samurai Wolverine.
I see it. They can't see it on your
but that I'm not showing it on the stream, but it is a fucking sick commission. He's a great artist, so I love it for that reason alone. Justice Society of America number 3. Man, what a fun issue. This is a fun series. I dropped off after the first issue buying this in singles, but I read this online. This is a lot of fun. I love this. Look at it is the Unknown fucking Soldier, guys. If you know this guy from DC Comics or you like war comics, yeah. This is Jeff John just seeped in all of the fucking DC lore and the history of DC, and he loves that. He loves DC, and sometimes it gets a little messy, and sometimes it doesn't connect with me because I'm not as well versed on DC stuff as I am Marvel. But to see him open up the comic and then go straight to Sergeant Rock and his Howling Command, I said that's Howling Command. Sorry, what's it called? His team? That's Sergeant Nick Fury. What's it?
Easy Company.
Easy Company. That's right. He says it in this issue. He says, "All right, Easy Company." Like it cuts into them. Like, this is great. There's some great moments and great fun stuff going on in this comic, and then you find out that the villain of this story, who's been fucking with them in the future, of their JSA little adventure that they have going on in this story is none other than a fucking Nazi, a Nazi character that fucking had some fucking superpowers or something from a fucked up experiment at the end of this little sequence at the start of this issue. And that's the same guy. This guy right here is frying. He's fried off the page here because of this thing that he zapped himself with. He's the guy that is now in the present day, even though it's back in the 60s, because she's traveled back in time. The daughter of Catwoman and Batman in this, Helena. Yeah, she's the huntress, but that is the huntress of this earth, right? Of in DC. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that when I first read the first issue. Helena Wayne or whatever her name is. Basically, she's out here in like the 50s or 60s or something, like an old JSA team, basically in time. But they found out the person that is going around screwing with all their timelines and doing all this shit is this Nazi type character villain. And I've never heard of him before. He may be a character that existed before this story that I'm just not aware of. But, you know, he's screwing around. He's screwing around with their timeline. He's screwing around with the JSA and has a great group of characters in the JSA that she's visiting now, that she's working with, a person from the future working with the past JSA, and a Nazi villain. 4 out of 5. It was a lot of fun. Nice. Great art. Yeah. I mean, I love that they started the issue out with the Easy Company with the Sergeant Rock and the fucking Unknown Soldier. I was like, you just never know what corner of the DC universe he's going to go to next in this series. And I think it's been a lot of fun. So, and next up, last book of the year of the night, Excellent #1. This is the return, season 2, apparently, of Peter Milligan's and Mike Allred's Excellent series. I talked about the first series on the show here, and then I ended up picking it up in trade after I dropped in issues. But yeah, this was a nice return to form, I think. I never loved this series, but I think like it read better in one big chunk when I picked up the trade. But now I've been reading it online, at least for this first issue. Whether or not I'm going to continue with it, we'll see. But this is again a weird X-Men team series that has nothing to do with the Kurt Krakoa storyline. This is basically outside of the norm of every other X-Men book going on at this time. This is about an X-Men team that's basically trying to exist out in the world based off of clout and trying to be part of the media and all this kind of shit. So it's very a lot of social commentary in this one, guys. There's a lot of like current type shit happening in this, whether it be them trying to be on reality TV show like type shit, or like, yeah, they're just basically trying to get themselves out there, right? So great art by Mike Allred though, and a lot of fun so far. So I really enjoyed this one. Doctor Strange was in this. But didn't enjoy it immensely though. I gotta say, it might read better in trade. So I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5. But I do like it. I like the overall vibe and art and the whole direction of this type of book. I'm glad it exists. Let's say that. So, all right, guys, that's gonna do it for today of the books that we wanted to talk about that came out this week. Just give me 1 second here. I'm gonna recalibrate 1 minute here. All right, guys. So that's going to do it today for the books that we wanted to talk about this week. But we do have a very fun thing we wanted to do for you guys at the end of this episode, since we are all together for the recording of this one. Chris is at my place here. And we wanted to bust out a little comic quiz for you guys here. And to deliver this comic quiz here for you guys is none other than Christine, who's been very much present on our other show here on the Late Night Collectors Community, Cracking Packs with the Chat. You can watch her opening up Pokemon on the regular. So definitely welcome her here to Comic Shop Talk, our first appearance. And let's not forget, she was originally on a show called Wine Comic Time with me, Chris, where we talked about comics weekly until she fell so far behind.
And I've been behind.
Yeah, that we had to kick her off of that show entirely. And Chris took her place. Welcome, Christine.
My bad.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's going on? So yeah, in from the other room.
I know. From the far away land.
let's play a little game of comic quizzing here. So these are questions that we compiled for episode 200 of Late Night Chat over on our sister channel there, guys. Late Night Chat Network. If you've never checked it out, definitely go check out and subscribe. But we did like a little trivia show with a lot of the hosts on that show at the time, and I tried to tailor everybody's interest to the quizzes that they wanted to get quizzed on during this game show, essentially. So I asked Christine to help me compile questions for comic related questions, right? And yeah, and I barely made it through half of these questions, guys. I didn't end up making it to the end of the episode, let's say that much. So I thought this might be fun to fire off some questions to me and Chris here at the end of this episode. A fun little game here for us. That let's say whoever reaches 5 first, if we don't run out of questions, wins the game.
I mean, there's quite a few questions, so I hope to God you guys hit 5.
Okay, so let's go back and forth between me and Chris. But let's,
hold
if
on.
one person isn't able to answer the question, let's give it over to the other person to give him a chance to take it. Right?
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a first come, like who buzzes in first type of deal. Okay,
So you
back to back.
Yeah, back to back. Ask me a question. If I can't get it, if Chris can answer it, he gets a point. And
Okay,
then Chris, and then back and forth like that.
vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. So let's do it that way. And whoever gets 5 points first wins the game.
Okay, and I know Leslie just went and picked, or not Leslie. Laura had just went through and picked random questions. I'm just going to start from number 1,
Okay.
and obviously skip the ones that she's already asked.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Just so it makes it easier for me.
Of course, because I'll easily get the ones she's already asked because I know the answers.
Well, yeah. I'm obviously not going to ask you guys that. So, does Chris get to go first since he's the?
Yeah, of course. Give Chris the
We'll
tonight.
see.
Yeah,
I know these questions are about fun.
They're all comic related questions.
All
So
right.
I looked up comic trivia and I compiled this list. So we'll see how well you guys do.
All right.
Okay, question number 1. Peter Parker lives in a cruddy apartment on what street in New York City?
What?
What street does Peter Parker live on? Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, no way.
No?
Out. No idea.
Yeah, I don't think
Nico?
either. Yeah, for the steal. I know I've read it and I know it and I've heard it at some point, but Queens.
No.
His parents lived in Queens then.
Why? His parents live in Queens.
Yeah,
City,
but where does he live?
The
I don't
street?
know. I don't know the street. Yeah, go ahead. What's the
It was
answer?
Christie Street.
Yeah.
Would have never guessed that in a million years. Good
I
one.
thought with being such a big Spider-Man fan.
I know. That's
I've
what I
never
mean.
even seen that.
I
My
think it's
bad.
been referenced in things I've heard before, but yeah, that's a good
Maybe a
one. That's,
video
yeah,
game,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. But he is from Queens originally,
he's
I
from
believe.
Queens.
New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
His
May lives in
family.
Queens.
Aunt May. Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Now, who knows?
That's right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Go
Okay,
on.
go
Next
ahead.
question.
Okay, so next question. In which comic did Wonder Woman make her first appearance?
In which comic did she make her first appearance? This is
Yes.
my question, right?
Yeah.
That's a good
Spoiler,
one.
no fucking idea.
Wonder Comics.
No.
Number 1. Chris?
I don't fucking know. Action Comics 238.
No. All-Star Comics.
I knew that too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the cover. I know the cover like in my mind, but like I didn't. Oh, good question so far. All right, back over to Chris.
Okay, Chris, I hope you get this one. What is the name of Iron Man's loyal assistant?
What, Pepper Potts?
Yep.
Nice. All right, there you go, Chris. On the board. Go ahead.
Okay, who is the superhero twin brother of Scarlet Witch?
Oh, Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Or Pietro. I don't know. You're like,
Maximoff?
yeah.
I have Quicksilver.
Okay, one for me too. All right, we're tied.
Yep.
All right, back over to
Hey,
Chris.
now we got some easy questions.
Yeah, well, scale back. All right, she's controlling the board. All right, go ahead.
Who is Raymond Palmer's alter ego?
Oof, I should know this though. I recognize the name Raymond Palmer. Yeesh. I'm gonna say Firestorm. I don't know.
No.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say. Oh shit, Raymond Palmer is the name of the Firestorm
thought it
character,
was.
isn't it?
Anyways,
Raymond Palmer's alter ego.
Yeah.
It's so weird you say that because I literally had Firestorm in my head when he said that too. Maybe I'm fucking way off. Raymond Palmer. No idea. No
The
idea.
Atom.
Oh, that's right. It is the fucking Atom. Yeah, we mixed them up. It is the fucking Atom. Yeah, all right, good one. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, who is the first supervillain in Superman?
that's you.
Me? The first super
Yeah.
villain? Like, I guess that appeared in the comics?
Oof.
Yeah.
I know it's probably a rock.
In Superman, it's well, okay. I'm gonna have to take a guess. My Superman knowledge is
I
not
believe
great.
it's oxygen.
The movie Signs, there's water. Which there are also aliens in that. So, I'm gonna say, fuck, Lex Luthor.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I will say, fuck, I have no idea. Oof.
I will say I've never heard of this before.
Name a Superman villain. I mean, that's your best
Well,
shot.
fuck, I don't know. Yeah, Metallo.
Yeah.
Ultra Humanite.
Of course.
That guy. That was my question. So back over to Chris. We're not doing some.
Where,
People are gonna stop watching the show.
Let me
These
get
guys
to
don't know about
3.
comics. Yeah, go ahead.
where is the time stone hidden in Doctor Strange?
This is the movie.
Oh, it's got to be hidden in the eye of Agamotto.
Yep.
Okay, well, I know what question you got for him, but
Good. All right.
Okay. What is the name of Mr. Freeze's wife?
ooh,
Um,
something to do with
I want to say Helen. If it's not Helen, it's Helena. I think it's Helen. Is that her name? I don't know.
No.
No. Okay, not even close. Okay, go ahead.
I have no idea. Something to do with cold. Like El Coolio. I don't know. Yeah.
Nora Fries.
That is her name. Freeze.
Yeah.
Nora Freeze.
Nora
That's-
Freeze,
Fries.
yeah.
It looks like fries, but it's Freeze.
It's spelled Fries. Yes.
All right, Nora. Yeah, that is her name. Fuck,
Yeah.
I'm bad at that.
Ah,
Go
no
ahead.
idea.
Okay.
What?
In
Which
Image
one?
Comics Fear Agent, who is the last Fear Agent?
You talking to me?
Yeah, it's your.
Yeah, I your agents are, so I'll say like fucking gunslinger.
No.
Who
is the last fear agent?
Yes.
Oh,
How about
man.
any fear agent?
So
We'll
this
put
is the
that one
Rick.
out
This
there.
is the Rick Remender series, which is a favorite series of mine. And
That's why I put this question in.
no, but I can't remember the fucking guy's name now.
Just put any fear agent. I have no idea who any of these agents are.
Cletus Cassidy.
What?
Heath Houston.
Keith Houston. I know it's something like that.
Cletus Cassidy, isn't that?
I just guessed it. I know I couldn't remember the name. I actually said this during a panel, and the guy didn't know who the fuck I was talking about at a Comic-Con one time. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I haven't read Fear Agent in years. Great series, guys. Check it out. Yeah, go ahead. My question, anyways.
Okay, so The One and Hellspawn are aliases of what Image Comics superhero?
Spawn.
Yeah.
Hellspawn is like, I remember that
Yeah,
series.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah. 2-2. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Okay, in Disney Studios' DuckTales, who is the criminal gang with the alternative name that is continually trying to rob Scrooge McDuck of his fortune?
Oh, I know this.
Okay, take it for the.
Not your question.
I know. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on. Is there a clue to the answer in the question?
No.
Okay, I'm out.
Isn't it the Beagle Boys or Bugle Boys? How do you
Beagle
pronounce
Boys.
Boys?
Beagle Boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nico snuck in there for it's 3-2.
Yeah. All right.
Darkwing Duck. How is that comics?
No, but it's Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
no, I
that is a
know.
comic.
DuckTales is a comic.
Yeah.
All
Still a comic.
That is.
War Stories is a comic book series that was first published by Vertigo
Yes.
and was picked up by Avatar Press in 2014.
Right.
Which well-known creator has delivered the horrors of World War II through volumes 1 to 4?
Mark Dennis.
Yes.
Move. Part 2. Killing it.
All right.
Are we going to talk about any Playboy or Penthouse comics from like 3 or something,
There's
which I
some good
used to
stuff
read?
in those. There's some
Oh
good
yeah,
stuff
I
in
read
those,
them
yeah.
great. It's
Little
awesome.
Annie Fanny.
Anyways, yeah, go on.
Who wrote Wolverine's first solo story?
Oh, Frank Miller.
No.
First solo story.
He had the mini series, but you're talking about his main series. I think the one where he went to Madripoor.
What?
The-
Madripoor. That was after.
No, but the minis. I guess the instrument solo story. She means like the main. I think his main series is what she's talking about, or it could be the first appearance, which isn't really his story. It's the Hulk story. There's 3 different writers here. You're right. I know all 3 of them, but I think it's.
Okay, well,
Do you know his first solo series? The issue that's right there on my wall. That one right there. They're literally right behind you. Both those issues. The one and the one that's his main series.
Miller.
Yeah. What is that one? No, the one beside him. That's a different writer.
I don't know who wrote that. It was fucking garbage, anyways. Yeah, if you fucking know it offhand, go ahead. You win the
Peter
point.
David.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Len Wein then.
Yes.
But I didn't guess it. It's okay.
No,
Wein,
you didn't.
Len Wein was his first fucking appearance, but that was in the Hulk comic. That was a bullshit.
I don't know.
Ask Chris another question. That's bullshit then, because I knew every fucking.
Okay.
There's 3 answers.
Okay.
That wasn't clear.
I just took shit off of the internet, okay?
That wasn't clear. That's not your fault. I'm saying that one wasn't clear because there was
That's fine.
appearance, first solo series, first mini. He's right. The
First
first
solo-
series
first
is Frank
series.
Miller. Yes. Yeah. Give him another question. That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. What silly Spider-Man villain was dressed up as a giant pig?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I know this. Oh, villain? No, I don't know this. It's not Peter Porker.
No.
Yeah, it's not Peter Porker. Spectacular
That's not
Spider-Ham,
the giant pig.
one of the best characters of all time. But no, it's some bullshit. I don't know.
I would need some timeline, but I can't get that.
I don't know it. So if you don't know it, I don't know it. Yeah, I don't know it
no
either.
idea either.
No.
Pass. I
Pass.
don't know. Nothing.
Razorback.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right.
No idea.
Okay. All right, this is a long question. Which controversial graphic novel written by Frank Miller
Mhm.
originally had Batman fighting Muslim terrorists,
Yeah.
but the protagonist was changed to an original creation named The Fixer after DC lost interest in the project due to its offensive propaganda?
The answer is Holy Terror.
Yeah.
I would not have known that, so good on you.
So I think I just hit
So
5 with that one, but let's
Technically, you hit 5, but we can keep going if you want.
sure, if there's not
We'll
much
have
left,
to.
let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Not-
So which comic book marked Venom's first full appearance?
Oof.
Easy.
First, I know what you call a full appearance. We can say ASM 300. I know
Yep.
this.
You got
okay.
it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so there you
I
go.
do have
5
the
to
issue,
3.
so I should know.
Yeah, 5 to 3. Nice. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Nice
What superhero was born with the curse of Kordax?
one. No idea. Chris, no. Yeah, go ahead. What's the answer? to
No
that?
clue. Does the chicken tell me?
Aquaman.
Crispy ginger beef, because that's all I'm right now.
Good. Yeah, that's all I'm thinking too. Okay, go ahead, Chris.
All right,
Back to you.
bring on the noise. Next question.
What Chester Gould character made his first appearance in Detroit Free Press on October 4th, 1931?
I know this.
I don't know. What year was it? 1931, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I have no idea.
Dick Tracy.
Oh,
Yeah.
could you not say with the watch that talked?
All I do is Chester Gould is the creator of that guy, so that's the only reason I do that. Yeah. All right. So yeah.
Okay. Which of these superheroines was inhabited by the soul of an ancient Egyptian princess after attempting suicide?
After attempting suicide, ancient Egyptian princess. I have no fucking idea. It's not Wonder Woman. Ancient Egyptian princess. Suicide. No clue. I can throw something out there. I guess I'll say Hawk Woman.
I'll say no to Hawkwoman, but I have no idea. I'll say no. I'll say pass.
Hawk Girl?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Hawkwoman and Hawk Girl are very two different.
Different characters. Yeah. Wow, that's why your face was like twice. All right. Okay. That
Okay,
was good.
one more question. You figure out which one the hardest one in your stack there.
Not much.
God.
Go
That's
on.
one for all. This one's worth 3.
All right. Tie you up with me. So go ahead. Ask Chris.
What was first introduced in Detective Comics? Okay, let me restart that. What was first introduced in Detective Comics 29?
Fuck, I have no idea. Oh, that's the question. The Batman does not like guns.
No.
Okay.
That is a thing. Yeah. No, I have no idea. I don't know. The Batmobile.
Batman's utility belt.
Okay. Go on.
I had one
What's
of those
next?
fucking belts when I was a kid.
What supervillain is the half brother of the Chameleon?
The Spider-Man villain. The half brother of the Chameleon? I have no idea. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good
That
one.
is something we should
I know who he
if
is, but like I just don't know that who his half brother is. No, I have no idea.
The Chameleon.
No, he doesn't know. What?
Craven the Hunter.
What? No.
That's
fuck.
his half brother? I didn't know
No
that.
fucking way.
That must have been done
That is
away with.
wrong.
I don't think that's in current
That
continuity.
is LR.
All right, that's good. I'll have to look into this more. Go ahead. Back to Chris.
Okay.
Who is Scar? Or Scar?
Scar. I believe he's green. And he comes from fucking Scar World. And he's like the Hulk's freaking
Yeah,
son.
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside.
Yeah.
Wow, 6-4. There you go. That was a good one. Yeah, good. For
Yeah.
Hey, great.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Which of these superhero what superhero gained his powers after being exposed to the Orb of Ra?
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, but,
It's a DC character, if I'm not mistaken. I just fucking can't remember his name. I can't fucking put a name to it. I don't. Dr. Fate.
No.
I didn't think it was.
I know. I'd say Moon Knight, but you think it's DC.
I think it's DC.
I think it's Moon Knight.
Who is it?
Metamorpho.
Yeah, there you go.
Metamorpho.
DC. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Who once served as Tony Stark's personal assistant?
Isn't that the same answer you gave earlier? I
Well,
mean,
many.
No,
Many. Okay.
oh, I know this. I know this. Go ahead.
it's not the same answer.
I know
Okay,
this.
Happy. I don't even know who
Happy Hogan
is.
from the films.
I don't know who else.
No.
Fucking
No.
Everybody else has been.
Jarvis.
No.
No.
Mary Jane Watson.
Oh yeah, that's in modern day fucking time. Fuck off. All right. That is most recently. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Baloney.
That is baloney. Go ahead.
Who is Plastic Man's sidekick?
I don't know. Elastic Lad.
No.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
right.
fucking. What's that? What do you call the thing you put on the bread? The bread clip. Bread clip. Is that what it's
Woozy Winks.
bread clip? Yeah.
Yeah. That's his name.
Captain Leonard Mackenzie fathered what superhero?
Yeah. Mr. Christmas.
Captain Leonard Mackenzie? No idea.
Yeah. Namor.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's
What,
right.
like Namor as in Prince Namor?
Yeah, because he was a mixed breed. He was
fucking
half
bullshit.
human, half yeah. Okay, go ahead.
What characters were originally designed for a Legion of Superhero spin-off series? This is a show thing, I guess.
Legion.
Or no, it's not. Never mind.
Oh. What characters
I don't
were
know.
designed for a Legion of Superheroes spin-off series?
Yeah.
Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes.
No.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I don't know what. Superboy, Damian Wayne, freaking Yara Loft, and freaking
Nightcrawler and Storm.
what?
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, go
I
ahead.
know where you're getting your questions from.
No. Go ahead. How many more are left?
Okay. On this page is like 3.
Okay,
And
go.
then so yeah, I'll finish this page.
On this page.
Where is Moira McTaggart's mutant research lab located?
By you? Is
That's
that
you.
me?
That's you.
me.
Yeah.
I believe it's Ireland, but I don't think.
I think you're right. That's where she's from. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the answer.
I don't know if that's the answer, but that's from
No, more specific.
Dublin.
Muir Island.
Oh, it is Muir Island.
Muir
Yeah,
Island.
yeah, you're right. Good one. Yeah, that is
Okay,
good.
wait.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
What character was originally created as a multimedia cross promotion between Casablanca Records and Marvel Comics?
That's my question. Casablanca Records and Dazzler.
Yep.
What? It's not the Kiss Demon. Ah,
Nice. Go ahead.
Okay. What witch served as nanny to Franklin Richards, the son of Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman?
what was the first part of that?
What witch served as nanny to Franklin Richards?
Ah, fuck that shit. Yeah, fucking, I don't know. Nanny McPhee. Well, I'm out.
She's big in a TV show now.
Ah, that's easy then. You don't know this? She's a witch.
I fucking know witches. What are you talking about?
Agatha Harkness.
Yeah.
Ah,
I tried.
try. Don't worry. One point would have got me anywhere.
Do you want to finish or there's a few more?
Go for it. Go for it. End it out. End it out. This has been
Okay.
even though I'm winning 8-4, Chris.
Yeah, it's
I'm
been
just-
fucking hilarious. Fucking love this shit.
Good.
Which member of the Green Lantern Corps is essentially a giant head with arms and legs?
Oh, I don't know that fucking guy's name. I know who you're talking about. I don't know his name, so no, I don't know that guy.
I know. All I know is Kilowog. It's not him.
No,
Gallius Zed.
yeah, I would never have guessed that. But back to Chris.
What is Archie's character? What is the Archie character Jughead's real name?
Yeah, great. Fucking
Easy.
Sam.
You don't know Jughead's for real name?
Yeah, it's Cosmo.
No. You don't know his real name? Yeah,
I don't
you
know his
it.
name.
Me-
Sam.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
I actually don't know his real name either. I'm gonna say Jughead Jones. Something.
No.
It's something Jones. I know that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Forsyth Pendleton Jones the Third.
I would not remember that. No. Do you know that one from watching the show?
I know that one from the comics.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Go ahead.
What superhero has a girlfriend named Beverly Switzler?
No idea. Chris?
Okay. Hey, how about I ask you a question? We turn the tables. Marvel, or could you give a little hint as to which company it comes from?
Marvel.
Ooh,
Beverly Switzer.
That's
Yeah.
the girlfriend or the boyfriend?
Girlfriend.
Yeah. What
Right.
superhero has a girlfriend named Beverly Switzler? And they're heterosexual.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thanks for that.
It's something pre-2000.
So yeah, exactly. Pre 2020, yes.
I have no fucking idea.
What was it?
Howard the Duck.
Oh, that's that girl. Yeah.
Well, I was right about the pre-2000.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Other-
Oh,
But,
yeah. All right,
wanna
what's
stretch.
next?
What hero is a vagrant in the real world but a powerful hero in the outback?
That's you, I think, on this one.
I know, fucking Crocodile Dundee.
He's a vagrant in the real world, but a powerful.
Powerful hero in the outback.
The Reavers.
This is a non-Big Two question.
Okay.
Oh, the Max.
Whoa.
The Outback was the well, thank you for if she didn't say it was a non-Big Two, I may not have got that. But yes, yeah, you're right. Max is the Outback is the clue there.
I'll give little hints if I possibly can.
Fine, that's like
Okay, there's 5 questions left.
Okay, let's do it.
Jesus
Let's do it.
Christ.
Speed round.
Can we
9
not
to
just
4.
talk
What is
about next week?
We're gonna get to that.
Fuck. Okay.
what is the name of Thor's alter ego?
Donald Blake?
That's
Yes.
not that. Yep. All right,
Okay.
9 to 5.
What
Punisher.
was Dum Dum Duggan before he joined the military?
What was he? He was a
Yes.
he was a part of the Nick Fury's Howling Commandos.
Yeah, exactly. I can tell you who he is, not what he was.
I guess he was he's part of the Howling Commandos. I don't know what his position was. He was no before. Sorry, what was he before? What is it? What's the question?
Before he joined the military.
Oh, what was he before he joined the military?
Yeah.
He was a special ed teacher, I believe.
I have no idea.
A circus strongman.
Didn't know that. Okay, all right, go back to Chris.
Fin Fang Foom is an alien from?
Oh, Fifth Planet? Are you fucking kidding me? I know the character.
I know Fing Fang Foom, and I enjoy the pleasure of Fing Fang Foom. She-Hulk 11. Catwoman 53. Amazing Spider-Man. I have no idea where Fing Fang Foom comes
No
from.
idea.
Fuck
no idea.
moon.
Yeah.
Macaloo 4.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. All right, 2 more questions.
Yep.
Right.
Nick Fury has a brother who became what villain?
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not touching that fucking with a 10-foot pole.
The Black Nick Fury. No, that's why. He's
Which
like,
one?
Sam Jackson. No, the villain of Nick Fury. He became Sergeant Slaughter.
Nick Fury has a brother who became what villain?
I know he became a brother. I know that part. Oh, my mistake.
His name was Scorpio.
Oh, that's right. That's yeah, that is true.
Yes.
All right. Last question.
Deceased number 7.
Who was the first superhero in comic books to wear a costume?
That's Chris's.
Yeah. I don't even know who the fucking first superhero was. Let's just say The Shadow.
No.
Okay.
That's a good answer though, because that is pulp period, right? In terms of
Yeah.
costume. I think we
It
gotta,
is a good question.
gotta go. I think we gotta go before Superman.
too.
I think we have to go
Yeah,
before
he's
Superman
not
because
the
pulp,
first one.
right? We gotta go before like Big Two. Is this a non-Big Two answer? Can I ask you that?
So.
Okay, the Phantom.
Yes.
Oh! That is a pulp character as well, around the same time as the Shadow. I guess it might have just preceded the Shadow.
What about
then.
the Green Hornet? Was that not a
that's around
costume?
around the same
Kato,
time
he
too.
wore a costume.
That's around the same time too. There you go. 10-5, Chris. Looks like I came out victorious out of like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Christine.
Not bad. Not bad.
Christine,
very good. You're
thank you so much for giving us these questions. Thank you. And guys, for anybody who doesn't know, she is the one that compiled these questions together. Thank you so much
Yes.
for doing that.
No worries.
You know
I'm
what?
glad we got to finish them.
You were sitting on them. Why not? I didn't want to
Why not?
let all your hard work go to waste. Like
That was
thank-
one whole evening.
that's right. I remember you were very disgruntled. I can't believe I just spent my evening putting these together for you while you were podcasting in the other
You
room.
wasted 40
So,
minutes
yeah.
of your life, and now you spread that out
Yeah.
to waste 40 minutes of effort.
Chris is very
You're the evil.
Chris is very
You're welcome.
Chris is very
You're
miserable.
very, very welcome.
How dare you. Listen, it's not like Chris just got one right though. He got a few.
No, I got 5 right.
Yeah.
Did. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Thank you, Christine, for that quiz breakdown.
You're
And
welcome. Goodbye, guys.
we'll remove you from the screen now. All right. Thank you. All right, there you have it. Chris.
All right.
That was fun. I had a good
that was
time.
hilarious. I loved every minute of it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. Chris, what are you reading next week, my friend?
Well, I find it's already been put out there if people can read between the lines. But anyways, Punisher 10, She-Hulk 11, Amazing Spider-Man 22, Catwoman 53, Deceased 7, Nightwing 102, Superman 2. And let me tell you about this Deceased business. I read the last one online. I had the actual copy in my hands. That is a great comic, this Deceased business, and you need to read that in your hands and not online. I thought it was garbage online, and I thought freaking Deceased number 6 in my hands was a different story.
And I can speak to that because I remember I gave it a higher rating than
Yeah.
you did that week, and I had the physical copy in my hand. So
That
yeah,
is a
absolutely.
great
Yeah,
copy.
yeah,
That is a great story to see in your hands. That
Yeah.
art is great in paper,
Yeah.
not online.
There you go. There you have it.
Unless you got a big TV or something, you read it on there. Maybe that's where I got to read it.
So what I plan on picking up next week, maybe not reading. There might be a couple extra that make the list, but I got Batman One Bad Day, Ra's al Ghul one shot coming out next week, which is a Tom Taylor written comic. Got Batman Superman World's Finest. What is this, number 12? I don't know what this number 13. We got Deceased, like Chris said, War of the Undead Gods, number 7 of 8, Nightwing 102, Superman number 2, Amazing Spider-Man number 22. We have a new Doctor Strange number 1 written by Jed MacKay, everyone. This is the return of Jed MacKay on the Doctor Strange title after the Clea series. We got Punisher number 10, and Chris, you may have forgotten this one, Vanish number 5, guys.
Oof.
Vanish number 5.
Definitely. I hope I get that in my. I don't think I put that in my pre-order, but I hope this comic shop,
Yeah.
does
Smart
the
enough to
business.
remember that. Yeah, there you go.
Vanish has been good stuff.
Yeah, has been. So, guys, our favorite book of the week.
Oof. I got my comics already put away. I might have to throw this out to one Mark Millar.
Oh, Nemesis Reloaded 3.
Nemesis. He's bad, and he's freaking very bad.
It's proud of it. All right. I don't know what I'm gonna pick for mine. Let's say, you know what? I'm gonna go with Kia number 6, everybody. For the reason, as I've said, this has been a solid series throughout its whole time being out there. It's a creator-owned comic. It's by a great artist. He did a great job on this one and done storyline, I felt, in this one. And it even had the extra shit in the back. Like I said, it gave you a breakdown of how to make original comic.
That is nice.
Yeah, it gave you that. It gave you the let you know that you're special for picking up this thing in a single issue that is not going to be collected in the collections. And it even gave you a backup story drawn and written by another creator based in the same world. For $4, you can do no wrong by picking up this thing right here. I'll tell you that much. That is worth your bang for your buck. That he is honestly like trying to do a do right by the people that are supporting this creator-owned comic right here. So I'm gonna give it to that. I mean, if I was just basing it just on the comic itself, maybe I'd give it something else. But I think the whole package, this issue, got to give
the
it
whole
up.
idea. Is
Yeah,
good.
yeah, exactly. So K number 6, guys. Check it out. I think the trade paperback of the first 5 but not this issue included in it. So pick this up separately if you're picking up the trade and checking this out for the first time.
I have a feeling there may be an outside issue trade paperback if this does reach
Yes.
whatever 5, 10, 15, 20. You're
Right.
gonna get like, but hey, if he does that, that's awesome.
There's been a lot of creators that have walked that statement back where they're like, we're never collecting this. And they
Oh,
fucking
don't worry.
went back on their word, but we'll see. I just got to say, though, check it out regardless. I think the first trade paperback is also an affordable $9.99 price point for the
Bravo.
first 5 issues. So again, he's really trying to make you guys pick this book up. So I think it's well worth it. It's a fun book. So there you go, guys. Kea number 6 and Nemesis Reloaded number 3 are our favorites of the week here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoy this episode. Once again, thank you. Give us a like, a thumbs up button there. Hit the notification bell.
Who's going to be the new country? Are you out there? You want to be the new country? You got shouted out to.
If you guys want to hit us up in the comments and you're watching this show from another country, let us know because we'll give you a shout out on the next episode. Germany, France, any of you guys.
That's it. You want to be the next country? Bring on the noise.
Not Russia because you can't see these videos
Even
right now.
Russia.
You've been cut off.
Oh, they've been cut off. My bad.
Russia blocks a lot of
Kremlin.
our videos
Oh.
that we put out there, unfortunately.
We're not pro Russia anyway, so don't worry.
Ukraine. We see you, Ukraine. Come on. Hit us up.
Ukraine is strong.
That's right.
No,
No, the Seinfeld. Yes, that's a Seinfeld joke. All right, guys. Ukraine is weak. Right where we say.
hey, Ukraine is not weak.
All right, guys. Thanks for
Tangent
tuning
out,
in.
bro.
Don't take it out of context. We're out. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Later. Time to hit some roll on. Chinese food time. Later, everyone.